We have a new project to share with you today. It's a little different than some of the other tours we've done. We worked with North Star Builders. They're a local builder and they design homes in the Salt Lake area, and they bought a lot, and it was a home, it was small, and it's in a very, very desirable neighborhood in Salt Lake. Lots of mature trees, older homes that have been remodeled, or there are a lot of tear downs in the area, and the home was small, and they decided that they are going to take advantage of the lot in the neighborhood and tear it down and build a new spec home. Today is not just any kind of demo day, it's tear down day, and we are working with North Star Builders, and we're in the Country Club area in Salt Lake, and behind me it's the whole community affair. We've got neighbors out, and we came out to watch, and then they said get on in, and so I'm like okay, so I just got to go in, and that was really exhilarating and kind of terrifying at the same time. Typically when people hear me say spec home, they think tract neighborhoods where it's a lot of cookie cutter homes all in a row, but specs are something that builders often do in a high-end way as well, and we work with them to design the finishes, and so they'll build it to spec and then put it on the market to sell. I love designing these homes. We have more creative freedom, which as a designer is awesome, but the other thing that's nice about them is that the process moves fairly quickly. When we design these spec homes, we are thinking of selling the home, so we need to pick selections that are going to translate to a wide audience, but also we want it to feel unique and special, so that's a very fine balance to strike. The direction that North Star gave us was that it was probably going to be a more established couple. They wanted it to feel traditional and that the home had been there for a while and that it wasn't just a brand new build. The plan was that we would design this home and that we would stage it with our McGee & Co furniture and then put it on the market, but it was so beautiful that it sold before they finished it. And the homeowners were nice enough to let us come back in after they had moved in, and so we just are sharing the spaces like the kitchens and the bathrooms and the exterior with you today. The exterior is coming together, and surprise, it's not a white house. We did this cedar shingle and it has this grayish stain, and I love that it's a more traditional material, but it's balanced by the clean lines of the home. That has all been installed, trim and paint, and the door is extra wide, and we painted this dark gray color, and it has these beautiful window panes, and then it's all accented by copper gutters, which is a very classic choice, and I love that they already kind of have aged within months of being in the home. We went with a casement window, and I love them because they have so much charm. I don't know what you want me to do. The way the home is laid out, you walk directly into the side of the staircase, so that needed to be stunning when you walked in. We did a custom iron staircase and then a really beautiful paneling detail that stretches 2 stories high, and the space is narrow, but we still wanted to have some sort of furniture when you walked in. So we did this really great long console, and then because the stairs are behind it, we couldn't do a huge piece of artwork, but we did one long landscape, and I love that it greets you when you walk into the door. The kitchen is this beautiful, like soft putty color, which I love, complemented with the warm white walls. But my favorite detail in the entire kitchen is the groove detail on the drawers. I think that it just adds this character and interest that you don't see in every kitchen. And then we did a honed countertop, and I think that that again adds this nice casual worn-in texture. We mixed metals in this kitchen and we did a polished nickel faucet. It is a bridge faucet and it has kind of a more traditional shape to it. And then we coordinated the brass lights with the hardware. The island is very long and we had a lot of this gray and white happening in the kitchen, and we wanted to add some warmth, and the island was the perfect place to do a huge butcher block, and we did that, and it has these open shelves for display below, and I think it just takes the kitchen to the next level. When deciding the perfect warm white throughout the house, I probably held up, 20 options to find the perfect one, and then ended up going with one of my favorite go-tos, which is Swiss Coffee by Benjamin Moore. The mudroom is a long, narrow space, and it's really nice because it has windows to let natural light in, but it also restricted us on the cabinetry design a little bit. So we did hooks below the windows and a bench seat, and then as the home progressed in the build, we realized we could fit a cabinet for clothes storage across the way. So we did that because I think the more storage, the better in a mudroom. This floor is actually a porcelain, and I don't think it looks that way because it has this nice kind of worn look to it, but it makes it really durable for all of the muddy boots tracking in through that space. The focal wall in the great room is the fireplace, flanked by two beautiful built-ins. And yes, they're white, but we paid attention to the details so they don't just look like every other white built-in out there. We have this great curved detail at the top. We did library lights to shine down on all of the things that will be displayed. And then you can see we did these tiny little drawers, and I think that it just adds charm and character. To show you this wall in all of its glory, we styled it with really great accessories from the shop and this new chair that we just launched, and I love the tiny little delicate details on this floor lamp next to the chair. It makes a really great reading nook. The master bath, I think the color on the cabinetry is absolutely stunning. When you first walk in, it's the thing that you notice. And that paired with the marble mosaic on the floors and the freestanding clawfoot tub, we have some richness in color balanced out by light classic materials, which is perfect for a master bathroom. To complement the mixed metals that we did in the kitchen, we did that same thing in the master bathroom. We did polished nickel on the faucets and the lighting, but then we did a little gold detail on these really great mirrors. Often when people think of marble mosaics, they're thinking of the small scale kind, but we did a really large scale one on the floor in the main part of the bathroom, and then we paired that in the shower with marbles in different shapes and sizes. So then we're going to go upstairs to the kids' bathrooms and laundry room. First bathroom, I think the tile is the cutest. A classic little hex tile is always a good idea, and it's been around forever. You can't go wrong, but we did a border detail in here to make it special, and then we paired it with this great bluish gray cabinetry, which I think reads well for the boys' room, but also is pretty neutral if they have other kids that join them in that bathroom. The other bathroom, I love the evolution. So it started with plaid tile, which is absolutely adorable, but we didn't have the wallpaper on the wall, so it felt a little bit more masculine in here. And so the client said, this is my girls' bathroom, let's do some wallpaper. So we did a black and white floral that complemented the plaid, and it's awesome to see how it took on an entirely different personality. The laundry room is insane. I just love it so much. When our design team presented the idea of doing a checkerboard pattern in there, I was definitely on board. We did a marble and a limestone mix, and then because that is such a statement, we did very soft neutrals throughout the space. We did the soft white on the cabinetry and then tied in the gray on the countertops. If you have the opportunity to incorporate an open shelf in your laundry, I think it's a good idea because they're really functional to be folding your laundry and then just grab something that you need quickly off the shelf. Plus, it looks really nice too. So glad that we got to share some of this house with you, and we are working on another one that is going to be in the Park City Showcase of Homes in August, so we'll have another spec to show you then as well. For more home tours and design tips, don't forget to subscribe.